Let's discuss about the additional instructions supported by the computer. So first we will deal with logical instructions. So we know the basic logical instructions are AND, OR and NOT. So NOT instruction is the one which is used to complement the bits. So the general representation will be NOT DST, where every bit will be inverted. Like if it is 0, it will be inverted to 1, or if it is 1, it will be inverted to 0. If you want to find out the 2's complement of a number, we have find out the methods in the earlier classes. Now you can see these are the two set of instructions which can be used to find out the 2's complement. That is, first we will complement the content of R0 and then we will be adding 1. So we know finding the 2's complement of a number is nothing but first you need to find out the 1's complement of that number, then you have to add plus 1. Right. So first we have to find out the 1's complement of the number, then we will be adding 1 to that, which will get us 2's complement form. So the same thing we are writing here. First we are taking the 1's complement which is present, the content which is present in R0, and then we are adding 1. So these are the two instructions which will be getting the 2's complement of the number, where many computers will be executing the same instructions in a single instruction, like negate R0. Negate or not, the same two instructions what we have written now to find out the 2's complement, it will be executed as a single instruction which is negate R0, which is to find out the 2's complement of the number. So next we have AND. If few of the bits of an operand, if you want it to make it to be clear to 0, then we can move with AND operation. For example, here we will just take an example where we are trying to check out whether the leftmost character is Z. So if it is yes, if there is a match, then we will be making a branch to S. Here you can see. So now for Z, we have the ASCII representation as 0101 1010, which is nothing but 5A. Now we are trying to check out whether this the character what we have used, the leftmost character what we are using is Z. So now what you will be doing is, so now we will say that this is a 32-bit register. So 32-bit information we have taken, that will be stored in R0. So next we are trying to perform the AND operation, that is 5A. If there is a match, then we will branch to S. So I said, so AND instruction, it is used to clear few of the bits. So this FF is represented as 1111 1111. Next is 5A. Right? Perform the AND operation. Yes, you are getting it as 5A. Yes. If this is a match, if there is a match, then you will be branching to the condition called as S. Let's move with shift and rotate instruction. When we go with logical shift, so the shift which we are taking, then it will be two kinds. One is logical shift and the other one is arithmetic shift. So in logical shift, so this is the general representation we have for left and right. So logical shift, there are two kind of shift. One is logical and the other one is arithmetic. In logical shift, you can have logical shift left and the logical shift right. So this is logical shift left, and this is to say how many times you have to shift it. So that will be stored in counter, that is we have taken it as count. This is the example, we have taken logical shift left. So you can see we have put the counter as 2. That means that we have to shift this data to left 2 times. So now R0 will be holding some value. So this is the information which is stored in R0. It has to be shifted left 2 times. So every time when it is shifting, there will be vacant positions here. So these vacant positions which are creating in the lower order, but it will be filled with 0. Right, whenever we are shifting left, then the lower order bits will be getting vacated. That locations will be filled with 0 when we are performing logical shift. So now we have logical shift right. Again we are trying to perform this shift for 2 times. You can see here, after it is shifted 2 times, the vacant position is filled with zeros. Arithmetic shift, here in the arithmetic shift, again the syntax is like you will be having A says arithmetic shift, and you are trying to perform it right side, and you will to perform this shifting 2 times. That is what we have stored the counter as 2. Whereas the vacant position, it will be filled with the MSB value what you are using. So in this example, the MSB of the data is 1. So whenever this MSB position is getting vacated, after shifting, that vacant position will be filled with 1. Let's move with rotate operations. So here there are two kinds. One is rotating left and rotating right. Again we have rotating left with carry and without carry, and rotating right with carry and without carry. So this is the first case we will take, rotate left without carry. So now L is saying that you have to rotate it to the left, and this is saying how many times we have to rotate, and this is the condition we have taken without carry. So this is the information which is present, and initially the carry flag will be 0. You are shifting this data, or nothing but I can say you are rotating the data. Once you are rotating the data which is stored in your this C place, that will be put back into vacant position. Right. So once you shift this, or once you rotate this, so now for the first rotation, right, so now one position is vacated now, so the same 0 will be putting over here. Right, for the next rotate, now it will be 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0. Right, now where position is vacated, the same one will be put over here. That is rotate without carry. Now rotate with carry is the vacant position will be filled with the carry value. So initially the carry will be 0, right? So the 0 has been put here. Initially carry is 0. Once you have done the rotation, so 0 has been put over here. Next, second rotation, so this 0 is coming to the carry. That is why again 0 has been placed in your vacated position. So this is rotating left. The same way we can look into rotate right also. Again rotate right without carry, and with carry we have taken counter as 2, so that we can rotate it twice, and R is to say about right. So now in the without carry, you can see here you are rotating to the right. So first time you are doing the rotation, this is before and this is after rotating 2 times, and whatever the information you are rotating, it will be put back into your vacant position. Similarly, we have the next one as rotate with carry. So whatever the information you will be placing into the carry, again it will be putting back into your vacant position. Lastly, we have multiplication and division instructions. So multiplication says multiply Ri comma Rj. So this is the representation we have, that is Ri into Rj, and store the result back in Rj. If you are taking the information as n bit, then the output what you will be taking, what you will be getting, it is 2n. Therefore the single register will not be enough to store your result. Therefore we will be using two register. One is Rj and the other one is Rj plus 1, that is your adjacent register, where Rj will be holding the lower order byte of your answer, and Rj will be holding your higher order byte of your answer. Next we have the divide instruction. So that is the syntax we have, divide Ri comma Rj, and this is Rj will be holding the instruction which is Rj by Ri. Rj will be holding the quotient, and Rj plus 1 will be holding the remainder. So these are the different instruction set which are followed by your computer system.